when I started this channel, I had a couple plans. One, it was not to be a Rocket League drama channel. And two, it was to put out at least 2 videos a week. And we have hit the deadline. So we're going to be a drama channel again for a second. Now, if you guys were not paying attention to the last week's RLCS, you may not have noticed that Space Station did not make it into the top 16 after finishing second in the previous regional, getting so close to winning a regional, they then completely dropped out. Now, that's drama you maybe heard about, but what you probably didn't hear about is this matchup that ended up being the entire crash out for Space Station. The second round in the Swins against Lotus 8. I have a little clip of Nitrous, a player from Lotus 8, and his reaction to what happened here after his win. And we're going to have to do a lot of editing here because of some words he was saying, as well as his super copywritten music he has. But let's go ahead and listen through it.
Let's go, you guys. You guys are the best.
Yeah, come on.
Bye
One more guys.
One more.
You guys, I hate Space Station.
2-0.
You.
Come on.
You, Space Station. You
This
little
is
kids.
huge,
I hate
bro.
you. Don't ever talk to me ever again. You Scribbles.
Is that serious, guys?
That's serious.
You guys are dog.
Good.
Get the out of my lobby.
Damn.
So as you can see, Nitrous had some strong language for his fellow teenagers. I think Nitrous might be a teenager, but definitely Space Station are, you know, a bunch of youngsters who apparently must have some beef with Nitrous. He had a lot of words to say. You know, nothing too crazy, if I'm being completely honest. Is mostly just, you know, curse words saying, hey, screw you, I beat you. And a lot of people were talking about whether or not this is a big deal or if it's fun to have a little bit of beef. I don't know. This is certainly not how I would react, I don't think, to a win or a loss. But either way, Xander decided to apologize, or Nitrous decided to apologize, but his name here on Twitter is Xander. He says, as all of you know, there was a lot of drama regarding last night's closed qualifier. After having time to reflect about last night, I would like to apologize for my reaction to beating Space Station. It was a very high energy, emotional weekend after losing day one, etc., etc. I'm actually not going to read through the whole apology. You can sit here and read it if you want. But ultimately, he says, that is not what I meant to do, and had a couple very key things that I'll come back and talk about in a second because I did not notice it at first. But like I said before, there were mixed opinions about whether or not this is something that even needed to be apologized for. Here's a tweet from AJ saying, the Rocket League community is so soft if you've got to apologize for basically saying screw you at the end of a game. He doesn't seem to think it needed to happen. And I was like, I don't really know, until I looked at something very specific in Nitrous's tweet. Something that I didn't realize. He said, this does not portray and align with my beliefs or the beliefs of Lotus 8, the organization I represent. Oh, Lotus 8 is an organization. I thought maybe it was just a team name that these guys came up with. So I'll go ahead and check out Lotus 8 Esports. What are they really about, Lotus 8? Turns out, if we go look at their profile, they are a competitive and creative esports team, pioneers of mental health and fitness in esports. He is currently on an org that is the pioneers of mental health. So something tells me it makes a lot of sense to maybe not be the one crashing out publicly to a bunch of teenagers playing the game. So ultimately, he did decide to apologize. Now, the thing is, I thought for sure Lotus 8 made him to do it. But when GC was saying, you know, I wish this was not such a PR apology, Nitrous said it was my real sincere apology, and this was fully my decision to tweet this out. So I guess Nitrous on his own decided that he didn't really like his own behavior, but it's just kind of funny that he happens to be on the one organization in all of esports that's specifically about mental health. And if maybe you weren't a fan of Nitrous's behavior, well, don't worry. They went on to not win a single game after beating Space Station and dropping out of the Swiss, but they did force Space Station out of the Swiss as well. I think if Space Station hadn't lost to Lotus 8, they probably would have made it through. Space Station went on to lose to a couple teams they probably shouldn't have, to ultimately not make it to the major. But just a little bit of drama that went on behind the scenes with this open. You guys can tell me your thoughts about whether you want more beef and stuff. I think Rocket League is on the low end of beef. That's my understanding. I want to say like Call of Duty and, you know, Counter-Strike and all these other games, I think they're much higher. It's not really how I would want someone representing my organization, but Nitrous seemed to realize that himself. And at the end of the day, it's a bunch of kids going crazy in Rocket League. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Just a quick little drama check-in so we can get to our 2 videos today. But every other video from here on out, not going to be drama. I'm sure of it. They're all going to be great. So make sure you hit subscribe. See ya.